It's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste, and today I would like to talk about the Hidden Waters Tarot. But first, let's start with the ink block test, also called the Rorschach test. Now, I've never taken one because psychologists do it, and I don't go to psychologists. Um, I'm a quirky spirit, and if I try to fit in, and I'm sure if I did the test, I would try to fit in as much as possible, you know what I mean? Then crazy things happen. And I've got a good example of this. I studied mediumship at the Arthur Findlay College in Stansted, England. And, uh, and of course, medium, their mediumship is linked to their religion. They're spiritualists, so they have strong roles and they have methods. And I do welcome this. In any spiritual activity, you need to have rules in order for them to be consistent and give results. So that day, because it was an art-based class, I always take the art-based class because I need the support, and I think color and drawing gives me this. So that day we did a type of Rorschach test. So we took an A4 and we put three different color paints on it, and then we folded it, opened it, and let it dry. And once it was dry, we read, we looked at what we could see in the picture, and that was a communication with our spirit. Now, I've already shown it once in a video before. I let the bike go through, sorry about the noise. And this is the result. And when I saw it, I just hid it and I wanted to vanish, disappear, because I was so ashamed. Because, I was trying to fit in. I wanted the perfect picture of floating angels, whatever. And I got this, right? And as you can see, I had it framed because this is a picture of my spirit. And, let's put it like this. You see 2 feet, right? And it's funny how it made feet and toes and everything. But then you imagine somebody standing on a glass table, me, naked, right? And then you can see what's in the middle. And I saw it and I just freaked. And I didn't want to share it because everybody had to share it, after that. And they all saw butterflies and things. And I thought, oh my God, I'm just, showing me naked. My sexual organs. Jeez, I don't know how I survived that day. So, of course, it went all over the college. And let me tell you, at lunchtime we couldn't eat. We were laughing so hard, but then it does show that I have a quirky spirit, and it showed it again. So I tried to fit in, and my spirit won't have any of it. So I had it framed on this glass too, because it reminds me of the situation. And this is a picture very dear to me because, although I appear, how can I say, normal? Nobody's normal, but I appear, normal. I'm quirky, and that's the way I am, and I can't change this, and I don't see why I would need to change it. So obviously it makes the path a little bit difficult because I don't rehash what's been taught to me or what people want me to say. I don't act the same way. Over and over again, people say to me, oh, you shouldn't do this like that, you shouldn't. And I'm like, why not? It's my way. It might be the wrong way for you, but it's the right way for me. So that's why I love this tarot so much, because there's no way, there's no better way, or not one way to look at it. Nobody's gonna tell you, oh no, no, this is the emperor, so it means this and that, square and four and all that. No. um, this is a free flow tarot, one that you can be as crazy as you want with it in your own imagination, and nobody is going to tell you off. And that's what I love the idea about this tarot. Now, I bought the second edition because I missed out on the first, and it's all due to shipping costs and all that. So this is the box. It's by Anna Torian. Um, and with the deck, she sends a card and a little note. That's very sweet. I like that. Now, I've had it for about a month and I wanted to share it with you, but I have run out of time. So these are the backs. Yeah, it's okay. Now, I'm not fond of the cardstock, and I normally know, cardstock, but they seem a bit fragile to me. I don't know. It's good cardstock. It's not that. There's something fragile about them. Now, I had an issue with one card that was misprinted, and I must say that Anna was fantastic. I sent her the picture of it. Within a week, I had the replacement card, so I can only praise her for this and for her art. She's got a new deck coming out that looks fantastic. I'm a fan. But, I speak my truth and how I live my own tarot. And I'm just not fond of the red here. But that's fine. I don't know what you see in it. Anyway, so there's a deck. There's no little white book with it. It just says about the deck. So let me read it to you. The Hidden Waters Tarot is a tarot deck that delves into the subconscious. Created by illustrator Anna Torian, it is a system based on the famous Rorschach ink blot test. The Hidden Waters Tarot works on the premise that the individual subconscious can be projected onto the abstract images, unbinding latent abilities of perception. So it's I always said that to read tarot you need a good imagination. Not that you need to make up things, is that from a keyword, from a number, from a small cup on a card, you can go on your own journey with it. Vibrant colors of reds, violets, blues, and gold are used throughout the imagery in order to induce certain emotional aspects by sympathetic associations. There are no visually accurate or inaccurate interpretation to the images. There is no wrong or right way of interpreting them except using our own personal connection to the extrasensory perception. That's what I was saying. I think that's fabulous. The paintings were created by using ink and paint, creating vibrant colors that were then mirrored. Gestures and lines were incorporated to vary the visual pattern and create distinctive non-repetitive images. So they were altered, so they make up different images. The name associations that are given to the cards are based on the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, inducing a direct mental correlation to the specific representations of each card, while at the same time not imposing traditional visual elements, but rather leaving the subconscious open and flexible to new insights. So, yeah. Now, when I get a new deck, I let it rest with my other decks, and I had to with this one because I had a card that was misprinted, so I had to wait for the card to get back to me. And then when I shuffled it, 2 cards jumped, so here they are. So I've got the Page of Cups here, and I saw straight away, these, is it candelabra it's called? These candle holders, like really fancy, candle holders with loads of twirls, and and you can see the flame here, and that's the candle holder. So since then I want to get myself a candle holder. Some have angels and things, and I've got to find a candle holder like that. Although also it looks like a person too, with strength in their arms. You see that they're holding some blue here, and the blue tells me that's the head, right? And the blue here tells me the need in healing. And look at this here, the red, and I've got my shoulders completely inflamed, both of them. Um, so it just amazed me. It did. Next, with the Eight of Cups, and that as soon as I seen it, I saw straight away. You know where there's well, maybe it's my own imagination, but I used to travel when I was younger to this place where guides were together, and they were in a circle somewhere out there, and they would discuss matters, serious matters, and do energy work. And this is what I got from this. So to me, it's about guided healing. So these two cards are guided healing to me. Now, I've had many cards telling me two things: that I need to scry and I need to heal, do some healing. But I don't feel ready for it, and I know that I won't live another 50 years, so I should start pretty soon if I really want to do it. But I just want to make sure that if I do this, I have my team with me and I do it in a safe way. I do it in a rooted way. And I'm still a bit shaky about my root chakra. And as long as my root chakra is not, I can't say perfect, but is not grounding me enough, I won't do this work. So let's have a look at some cards. Now, I can't tell you what to see in them because it's your own vision of it. One thing too that I'm not too keen on are these black borders. I don't get them. I just don't see why. I think the picture could have been bigger with no borders, but it's an artist's choice, and I don't criticize her choice at all. I find her an amazing artist, and I never will criticize any of Anna's decks. They're just wonderful, but it's my personal preference that I don't get this border here, because the image could be bigger, the title could be more down, but that's my preference. Also, like this one that I showed you, I think I would have liked it in a landscape manner. So maybe I'm moving into an oracle system, and obviously it's a tarot, so we can't, I can see the pictures that have been enhanced once the ink block was made, but look at those colors. They are fantastic. They remind me of that white I Ching deck. Forgot who made it. It's not coming back. But it's just the black, the ink, black ink sign, and you can see whatever you want in it too. So I can't, as I said, I can't tell you what to see in these cards, but I just show you a few. I don't want to influence you too much on these cards, because honestly it's up to you what you see in it, and I think it's better if you keep it like this. I'll just show you some cards in case you don't know this tarot. I got mine on Etsy. I don't know if there are still some still available. I just don't know this. And look at that, there's even black and white ones. And the Fool is black and white. So they're in no particular order because I've already used them. That's a deck that's very interesting to journal with. And yeah, you can really see the 2 cups here. So you see the amount of colors used. It's very difficult that they stay pure and don't mix. I don't know exactly how she did it, because if you put the paints together and fold, like you can see the fold here maybe, the paint might have blended and become another color, and they seem quite pure. Oh, that's so beautiful. Just beautiful cards. So I'm not sure how happy I will be that it's a tarot and not an oracle. And I don't know why she chose to make a tarot, maybe because she only creates tarot, does she? I don't know if Anna ever made an oracle, but I know the meaning of the Seven of Swords, but do I need it to look at this? I'm not sure. See? I'm not sure. I'll see how I get on with it, and then I'll make an update at some point of my experience with, oh, that Judgment. You know, it's one of my top cards, favorite cards. And if you think you have no imagination, you'd be surprised by using these cards. It will develop something in your, your inspiration, and that's what it's about. Inspiration, imagination. I never lacked of it. Yeah. I mean, you can see what an artist she is, even in this. It's delicate. It's powerful. Notice I don't comment on what it could be. I just don't want to influence anyone. They mean things to me. It doesn't mean it will be the same for you. And that's what I love, right? So, of course, then, if you know the tarot, you can always apply the meaning of the card. But it could be a direction, right? So you've got the Three of Cups, so you know what the Three of Cups is about. It's about friendship, rejoicing, happiness, sharing, and honoring. And yet, I'm not sure this is what I see in that ink. I'd love to know how people are getting on with this deck. It's a bit like the Orbifold, isn't it? They are so different, so far removed from the normal imagery that they need you to let go of any knowledge in a way. But then you could use like strengths, for example. You could use a, okay, you know, it's the strengths card. To me, it's a trying one, and I think all these black is perfect for it because I don't like strengths, and strengths doesn't like me. There are some cards like these that it just, I know everybody likes it. It's just for me, I only see the negative side, and when you look at this black, to me, it really mirrors it, mirrors that strength, darkness that I see every time. And this card, that that one is the odd one because it doesn't relate to any card in the tarot to me, unless it's a renaming of a card, but I don't know and I don't need to know really. um, it's beautiful. I didn't even look at them in order, to tell you the truth, so I don't know if it's an extra card or not. Does she mention it? How many cards? No. And no. No, I can't find anywhere. I didn't count them. So obviously the blue with cups. And then you've got the goddess. They're probably mages. I don't know. Add-ons. I should have checked that. But as it's a very intuitive, imaginative deck, as I said, to me, it doesn't really matter what card it is. I just go in a picture and see, I'd like this one like that. So you could see it full size. I know it bothers some people to have some portrait cards and some landscape. I like the mix, and I find that when it's necessary for the art to shine, then there's a good reason for it. So that must be another extra one because there's no number on it either. Because the mages are numbered, so that's another clue. So there must be 3 extra cards, and you know, I'm discovering them all because I didn't really look at them, and I don't want to look at them too much. I really want the element of surprise to take me when I pull a card. But I'm sure it must be one of them that what I've seen, for example, in my 2 cards, my 2 jumpers, next time I'll see something totally different with a different association of cards. And I've noticed that pulling one card a day, it's really interesting, but actually pulling 2 is even, I learn more with pulling 2 a day than 1 for any deck. So, oh, that justice, the colors. So all of you who have the Aura-Soma Tarot too, with all the colors, this should inspire you although there's no black bottle as such, but with all the colors. Some cards are more obvious than others. So a fantastic deck that everybody should have, I think, in their collection, at least to journal, to develop that intuition, to develop the imagination, to do some storytelling just from a couple of cards. And this is the last one I'm going to show you. So thank you very much for watching. I always appreciate people watching my videos, and I love to share with you. I love when you leave a comment below and I see what you think about a deck, or give me more information when I don't know about certain things. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.